Let's start the new chapter, sound. In this chapter, we will be going to know about the sources of sound, how sound travels and its waves, characteristics of sound and loudness or intensity of the sound, and finally the reflection of sound, which is called echo. In normal life, we hear different types of sounds around us every day, such as the sound of school bell, alarm clock, barking of dog, moving vehicles, and so on. Now, we have to know what is sound actually. Sound is a form of energy that produces a sensation of hearing in our ears. Sources of sound. Sound is produced when a body vibrates. In fact, every vibrating body is a source of sound. In other words, we can say that the sound is produced by vibrations. When a body vibrates, it causes disturbance in the surrounding medium. This disturbance travels through the medium in the form of a sound wave and reaches the ears of a listener. The listener then recognizes it as sound. Different sources of sound have different vibrating parts. In our surroundings, mainly musical instruments are related to the sources of sound. Many sources, mainly musical instruments like pleasant sounds, from where we can be grouped into our four main types. That is, depending on a part that vibrates while playing that musical instrument, that is wind, strings, percussion and reed instruments. Based on wind instrument, we are going to know about the trumpet. Example of stringed instrument, violin, sitar are the examples, and dholak, tabla, they are the example of percussion instruments, and finally the reed instrument is known as harmonium or mouth organ. Another one more thing, human voice is having also an important source of sound. The voice box that is responsible for the production of human voice is located in the throat, which is known as larynx. The larynx has two folds called the vocal cords. When air is expelled from the lungs through the slit formed by the vocal cords begin to vibrate and produce sound. Now let us know how sound travels. When an object vibrates in air, it vibrates the air around it and produces sound waves. Hence, sound travels in the form of wave. So, we can say that a wave is a disturbance produced in a medium that carries energy from one part of the medium to another part of the medium without the transfer of matter. When objects vibrate, they transfer the energy only to the molecules of the surrounding medium. The molecules which receive this energy also begin to vibrate. In this way, they pass this energy to the molecules next to them. In this manner, the vibration travels in a wave-like pattern in all directions. Sound waves also travel in similar manner, like vibration of the particles of the medium can be same direction or in perpendicular direction to the direction of propagation of wave. So, let us know about the wave. On the basis of relative directions of the propagation of wave and the displacement of particles of the medium, the waves can be classified into two groups. One is longitudinal waves, another one is transverse waves. A wave, which is the particles of the medium, vibrate to and fro in the same direction in which the wave is moving, is called longitudinal wave. In case of transverse wave, a wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate up and down, that is perpendicular to the direction in which the wave is moving. It is called only transverse wave. Sound as a longitudinal wave. When a vibrating body moves outwards, it increases pressure on the molecules of the medium surrounding it. For example, air, and causes them to come close to each other. This is known as compression. When the vibrating body moves inwards, the pressure on the molecule gets reduced. So the gaps between the molecules increase, causing them to spread out, which is known as rarefaction. When a sound wave travels through a medium, a series of compression and rarefaction is formed between the particles of the medium due to the vibration of these particles in a direction which is parallel to the direction in which the sound travels. This shows that the sound waves are longitudinal in nature. Sound requires a medium to travel. Sound can travel through any material medium such as solid, liquid or gases, but it cannot travel through a vacuum because there are no molecules in vacuum to carry sound energy. So, let us know this property by using one experiment. For the experiment, we have to collect the material like electric bell, glass bell jar, vacuum pump, a battery and a switch. What you have to do, place the electric bell in the bell jar. Make sure that all the openings of the bell jar are properly closed. Now switch on to complete the electric circuit. After that, when the circuit is closed, we can hear the sound of the bell. Also, you can see it hammer striking against the gong. Next, slowly remove the air from the bell jar by using the vacuum pump connected to the jar. Now what you can see? As air is removed from the bell jar, the loudness of the bell decreases until it becomes very faint. Finally, we will not be able to hear any sound even though we can see the hammer of the bell striking on the gong. If we allow air to enter the bell jar, after that only we can hear the sound of the bell again. So finally, from this experiment we can say that sound cannot propagate in the absence of a material medium, that is, sound cannot travel through vacuum. Characteristics of sound. A wave is produced by a continuous disturbance in a medium. In order to describe this wave, we can generally classify the terms like frequency, time period and amplitude. What is frequency? Frequency of a wave is the number of vibrations or cycles completed by it in 1 second. It is denoted by small f. And its SI unit is Hertz. For example, if a source produces 10 vibrations in 1 sec, it is said to have a frequency of 10 Hertz. Time period. What is time period? Time period of a wave is the time taken by it to complete one vibration. It is denoted by T and is measured in seconds. For example, a source produces 10 vibrations in 1 sec. Its time period will be 1 by 10 or 0.1 sec. And now last one is amplitude. The maximum displacement of a wave on either side of its mean position is known as its amplitude. SI unit of the amplitude is meter, that is denoted by small m. The amplitude is a wave is the measure of its energy. Two waves with the same frequency can have different amplitudes. So, loudness and the intensity of the sound. Actually, loudness is a characteristic of sound which distinguishes a feeble sound from a loud one of the same frequency. Loudness of a sound depends on its amplitude. Higher the amplitude, louder is the sound. As the amplitude of a wave is directly related to the energy it carries, we can say that greater is the energy carried by a wave, louder is the sound produced. And loudness increases with an increase in the area of the vibrating body. Thus, a large drum will produce a louder sound than a small drum. Loudness also increases with a decrease in the distance between the listener and the source. So a sound heard from a short distance is louder than when it is heard from a greater distance. In some other factors on which the loudness of a sound depends are such as atmospheric temperature, pressure, velocity of the wind, and the amount of moisture present in the air. So finally, up to the loudness or intensity of the sound, I have just closed this portion, and now go through the book and read nicely to understand the chapter, and wait for my next video. Thank you.